Hi, my name is Abril Pacheco and I'm here with...
Mr. Raehl.
Yes. The date is December 13th, 2023, and we are recording this interview in Chicago, Illinois. So tell us, Mr. Raehl, how was your childhood? How would you describe it?
I think I had a pretty normal, happy childhood. I grew up with both parents. I had one older sister. Went to Catholic school my whole life. Had everything I ever needed. 3 hot meals a day. Pretty normal American childhood.
That sounds lovely. Why did you choose to be a teacher?
Because of summers off, obviously. No, I had some really great English teachers when I was growing up, when I was in high school. I've always enjoyed reading and writing. I had a very positive high school experience, so it just always made a lot of sense for me to go back.
But if being a high school teacher wasn't like a choice or an option, when you were younger, what would you want to be instead of a teacher?
Now or when I was younger?
Both now or younger.
When I was younger, I didn't, like, when you ask a kid what they want to be when they grow up, they always say things like astronaut or cowboy or things like that. I never really thought about that when I was a kid. So I kind of got to high school and this idea of being a teacher got stuck in my brain. Now, I've been a teacher for 10 years now, and it's still just so ingrained in who I am. I don't know what I would do if I wasn't teaching. But if I wasn't teaching, and if I had guts, what I would do is I would sell all my stuff and I would move to like the Caribbean or something and just like live on the beach would be my dream.
Really?
Yeah.
Just relax.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, that was actually one of the questions I was going to ask. Like, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you travel?
Yeah, so I have family in Italy, so I've been to Italy a bunch of times, which is great. But yeah, somewhere warm, somewhere with a beach, somewhere I can just relax. Maybe South America somewhere, I don't know. Just somewhere warm with a beach. That's anywhere with a beach.
That sounds like you, yes. Okay, into the deeper questions.
Oh, wow.
Because we have to know the real Mr. Raehl.
Okay.
Okay, do you regret anything in your life so far?
I always regret the things I haven't done more than the things I have done.
Mm-hmm.
So just skipping out on an opportunity because I might have been shy or not talking to someone because I might have been scared. So when I think about regrets, just things that I haven't done more so than the things I have done.
That is amazing. That's very poetic. What interests you the most in the world today?
What interests me most in
Yes.
the world? Like what's happening in the world or just an interest I have?
What's happening in the world?
Education, right? I mean, it seems like an easy answer, but I love seeing how education is changing and how kids learn things and how we're kind of reassessing what literature is good and what's important. I think it's really interesting how all these STEM classes are kind of like becoming popular now, and now students aren't writing as much. And I think in the next couple of years that's going to shift back to some of the writing focus. So it's always really interesting for me to kind of keep up with those things because it's my profession, but also because it's super interesting to me.
So would you say that education has always like hold on to you, like gripped your interest?
Yeah, especially because I think it's one of those things that changes a lot, right? I mean, school is never going to go away. Children are always going to need to go to school, but how kids learn, and as we learn more about how people learn, I think some of the methods are going to change. And if I want to be a good teacher, keeping up with all that is going to be really important for me.
So, like, when do you think you will retire? Like, in years' time?
Oh, well, what's the retirement age now? 65? I don't know. Like, I kind of have a built-in retirement. I get 2 months off every year. So, like, I'm not one of those people that, like, wants to retire by the time they're 50 or 51. I think I'll probably die before I retire.
Okay, no.
But so retirement is not, I mean, with teaching, it's not something I'm looking forward to being over. And so I'm not really thinking about retirement, even if I might be getting up there in age.
Aw, you really like teaching. What is like one big accomplishment that you want to achieve before, your time comes?
Something I want to achieve that I
Yes.
haven't done yet?
Yes.
Like
it's on the top of the bucket list.
Well, see, now bucket list is different than achievements.
Oh, okay,
but
well.
something I want to achieve. One of these days I'm going to have to actually sit down and learn how to speak Spanish. Because, you go to school here, it's so hard not being able to communicate with some parents.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that, after 10 years I should have picked up by now, but so I think of things I want to achieve, I should probably learn a second language.
Do you think once you learn a second language, do you think you would want to learn more languages or just stick to the two basic?
I don't know if I want to learn, I don't know if it's something I would keep up with, but I think learning Spanish would help in my profession. So that would be more of a necessity, but learning about languages and learning about different cultures is really interesting.
So you are obviously a freshman teacher,
Obviously.
right? Have you learned a lot from freshmen over the years?
Yes, I think I have a pretty good idea of what to expect with freshmen. I get to learn a lot of the new slang and a lot of the new social media stuff that you like so much. But yeah, I think I continue to learn from you guys, hopefully as much as you're learning from me.
Do you pick up the slang? Do you say period or
yeah, I sometimes I say it more more in a joking way, and it's just to see how they'll react to it. But yeah, I pick up more than you guys realize.
That is good. Do you think that over time education will get better or worse?
Well, I hope it's going to get better, but I think if you talk to a lot of people in the field, they're not thrilled with some of the things that happen. Especially public education. I know you're in a Catholic school, I'm in a Catholic school, so it's a little different than public education and where funding comes from different places. So I know there's a lot of frustration with a lot of it, but I think that the majority of people within the education system are working to make it better. So I don't think it's going to fall off a cliff, but the goal is for it to get better. And sometimes it feels like we're going one step forward, two steps back, but you don't stop working at it.
Okay, you read books, right?
I read books, yes.
Well, okay, do you believe in real happy endings or like the main character always getting what they want?
No, that's not all the time because I don't think that's realistic, right? I think when I teach literature, one of the things I always say is that there is no literature without conflict. Nobody wants to read a happy ending where nothing happens in the story. So I think character development is more important than a happy ending. What did the character learn about themselves along the way, even if it didn't work out the way they wanted it to?
So do you take that into your personal life?
Sure. I think anybody who's hoping for a happy ending without working for it is going to be disappointed. But what did we learn about ourselves along the way?
Do you think you'll get your happy ending?
What did I just say about happy endings?
And the beach ending?
Well...
Your beach house?
No, probably not. I think that's more of a pipe dream than something I realistically want. It's one of those questions what would you do if? So it's not something I'm actively working towards. So no, I don't think that's my happy ending.
Well, that's nice. Okay. Athletics. Are you athletic?
I think so, yeah.
What sport do you play? Or do you hobby play?
I like to play basketball in my free time. That's one of my favorite parts about working in a school is I get a free gym that I can use.
You're a hooper?
Yeah, once in a while. And I coach volleyball, so I love to play volleyball with the teams. That's mostly it. Throw the football around once in a while.
What about your golf?
I don't golf. I mini golf. I just putt around. I don't play real golf. It's too expensive for me.
What?
It's an expensive hobby.
Wow. But if you could play any sport professionally, what would it be?
Professionally?
Yes.
Well, it's ironic because if I could play a professional sport, I would be a professional golfer.
You would want to be?
Yeah, because you don't play on a team. You just play by yourself.
You don't like teamwork?
Well, I do, but like you're asking me what I would do. That's what I would pick.
Okay. My bad.
And like you don't have to play. I mean, they play a tournament every week, but you don't have to play in every tournament. So like, I don't even have to be like a famous golfer. I would just play enough to where I can make enough money to be comfortable.
Mm.
You get to be outside all day. I love being outside.
You like being outside?
Love being outside.
Are you the type of guys that go outside just to go outside?
Yeah, just go and sit on the porch or something. Oh yeah.
What? You look like an indoor type of guy more. Okay. Final last question. When you leave off, right? How would you like to be remembered, or like?
What do you mean when I die?
Yes, but we're not gonna state it like that.
Okay, so when I leave off.
In the world, what would you like to be remembered as?
You know, I don't need a lot, so it's real simple for me. I would like to be remembered as just someone who did the right thing, right? So like, in addition to teaching English, I think it's more important to me that my students become good people, and I think it's important for them to realize that you don't have to do something and get something out of it, right? We don't have to monetize everything. So sometimes I think it's important to do the right thing just because it's the right thing to do. And I think that's what I would want people to think of when they think of me.
So do you think on your grave you would want Thomas Raehl, the right one? The one who did right?
I don't think it's that simple, but I'll let other people worry about what to put on my tombstone. I'll be on a great beach in heaven at that point.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Raehl.
You're welcome.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Mm.
Goodbye.